light aside his other New England comrade and former teammate from last night in Mars is going to be appearing on stream now, going up against 808. Formerly, you may have known him as a K-Rool player. Now he is an aficionado of Steven.
That's a way. You know what? That's a worthwhile swap. Is that what were you doing over there? Like, if you're playing K-Rool, like, I'm not saying that K-Rool is bad, because I mean, like, in the grand scheme of things, he's an all right character, right? But when you go from K-Rool to Steve, that is like a large tier jump.
You're jumping probably about 70 spots on the tier list.
Yep.
Something about that. And in 808's words, he said he did it because, and I'll quote him here, Steve is epic. That's why he did that. And you know what? I can believe him. I played against him a little bit earlier, and he is a man of devious tricks and traps, and that is about all I can say, because the combo game, you expect that to be intact, but the question is, how do you lock down the movement from a character like ZSS, and particularly when it's Mars playing that character?
Yeah, okay, 1 minute to slide in there. Yeah, Big Shot, a.k.a. 808, has not been able to get anything going for himself too much. 46% now, but yeah, before hitting those last two, it was about 20%, so he's now finally starting to get some damage. I think the issue is that, like, sometimes I think ZSS has a hard time trying to find a kill on an opponent that can be this mobile, but not when you go off the stage like that.
Yeah, she is as good as edge guarding as anybody else can be, and look at him pile on the pressure, stopping 808 from getting any kind of crafting done. Not that he would have been able to make any new tools. There's just been no opportunity to get that mining done. And again, with the movement that Mars has, you will crumble in front of him if you're not careful.
Okay, ooh.
Well, I mean, he got the combo. He just kicked some dirt instead of the Steve.
Yeah. I'd say I'm just going to wait it out right here. I am noticing that I feel like it seems as though 808's kind of scared to get back onto the stage, but with the pressure that you kind of see from Mars, I understand. You know, you don't want to end up getting caught up by or jumping off the ledge with the back air or something. Does not the platform with the save, able to get on that platform and shield in time. That should be the stop, almost.
You know what? It worked for 808 because he did the Mario Kart DI in real life. He like leaned back and said, "Please, oh please, Steve, I crossed my fingers, survive." It won't work this time, and he's shaking his head knowing, right, that this is the kind of player he's going up against. Mars has studied this matchup before as well, but 808 not out of it yet. We know the power this character has lurking inside.
I always like seeing people DI in real life. That's my jam. So, either way, though, yeah, this matchup not looking great for 808 at all, man. Okay.
Just hasn't been able to find a way to take control of the pace of the game. Mars has just been on top of him this whole time. Will finally catch an up tilt, but nothing ensuing. ZSS out of that combo percentage, and now Mars is going to take that to the bank.
Okay, can he get this stock off sooner than like again? He has had one opportunity to get a stock off of Mars, which was that minecart into the up smash, but he was able to land on to the platform. The back air not going to be enough from center stage, but you know, he is getting some damage here to at least threaten a stock. Mars got to watch the way he lands on top of him.
And you can see he is being oh so careful with that. Not only using those double jumps, the high jump height, right, but really, really mixing up that aerial drift and staying fluid in that, right? Not committing to one direction too far. And that's one of the reasons he is above a lot of other people, really, really good at playing that disadvantage. And on the advantage too, the ledge trapping is just as nice to get him a very solid Game 1 victory.
Yeah, the 3-stock man, 808. Definitely feeling that heartbreak. No Kanye right here. That was that was rough. That was a rough outing here in that first game. I'm not really sure, like, what he needs to do in particular, because like this is not a matchup that I'm ever going to be that versed in. Like, there's one ZSS player. Like,
yeah,
you know,
might be a few Steves, but this is the one that we get to see often. It's tough because the idea that I get behind playing against Steve is that there is regular neutral to be played against him, but the first step, you have an extra layer, like a wall to get through against Steve, which is stop him from mining, or get him to stop mining, whatever phrasing, right? You don't have to approach him or throw out a move. You just need to get him to stop holding down the B button. Then you get to play regular neutral with him. And what Mars is doing is the absolute best job I've ever seen of that first step.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, no, I mean, you got to give it up with the way that he's playing. I mean, I feel like Mars, we always, like, it was one of the things that someone said to me, like, some time back when it was like, oh, Mars is so aggressive, Mars is so aggressive. And they were like, actually, Mars somewhat slightly camps in your face.
Yeah.
Like, and I was like, that actually makes a lot of sense, and I feel like that type of playstyle will work quite well against Steve, because like, yeah, Steve wants to have space, but if you're right in his face, like threatening him, he's not gonna be thinking about you know, dropping blocks and whatever. They're gonna be like, oh, I gotta get you away from me. Meanwhile, you're just waiting for him to swing so you can punish. So good. I mean, just really good, a really good play style here from Mars to kind of thwart these Steves, or at least thwart this Steve. Let's see what he can do for the rest of this here tournament, though. If he ends up winning this game and then playing even more Steves later. A really good start for him, but I would say it's a little closer than the first game.
Yeah, Battlefield having a part of that, right, where Mars isn't just as easily able to say, well, you're playing a horizontal game with me, now die. And 808 messing up the recovery a little bit, was hoping that he'd be able to land on that block, but barely missing out on getting his feet on solid ground, so now he is playing a stock down. And again, that means that he can't really dictate the way and the pace at which Mars is playing, and he is right in his face constantly.
Yep. Okay. All right. Okay, get off me. I like that. Good punish right there from Mars. Okay, what? Down tilt back air. Okay. I didn't even know down tilt had follow-ups.
I didn't know down tilt was a viable move in any situation.
All right.
But here's Mars, you know, making every piece of his toolkit work in some way or another. And, I mean, again, 808 just immediately out of iron, no options. And Mars is always able to poke through, even when there are blocks. It doesn't matter. He is always able to stop 808.
Man. Okay, trying to... Okay, does manage to get the recovery at the very least. And Mars has definitely been looking for some of the lower recoveries. You know what? That was a smart idea.
Yeah.
That was a very smart idea from Big Shot. You would have got a way harder punish with that up smash, but did not execute it in time to actually get the punish. But I really like that idea, you know, of dropping the block to get an aerial up smash, basically. Old Rivals Aether.
Yeah.
Just hitting the raster real quick. Anyway.
I was thinking about the guy that can literally build blocks, but that too.
Crag, yeah.
I can't believe that Mars read that roll that far. He read it too early. He was like, okay, you're going to roll, but he just let it go too soon. And now, again, got 808 on that last stock, and boy, Mars doing such a good job of never, ever getting locked down.
I mean, it really is like so crazy how elusive he's been able to play. And in another 3 stock, man, the coldest story ever told. Oh no.
6 in a row. That's enough to win 2 games of tic-tac-toe. And, you know, when your opponent never gets to put an X on the board, I guess the O's always win.
Yeah. Yeah, no, this is just Mars like, all right, you want to play? And done. It's like, I didn't even get a chance. I know. You get no turns.
Yeah. It's crazy, too, because, again, this speaks to how good Mars is, knowing that, I mean, 808 has been playing for a while and has been majorly good, but then Nair flip kick, and in Mars's words, don't let it be you, right?
All right. So Mars can complete this. 9 whole stocks on a Steve. None loss. Steve propaganda of banning that character has to be gone after that, right? 100%. Like, we can't ban a character getting 9 stocked in tournament.
And you know what? 808's not going to let it happen because he is switching to the old main in the King K. Rool.
Okay, he's like, I've had enough. You know what? If this King K. Rool gets a W, this just shows you that, yes, Steve is not a plug-and-play character. You're not just going to pick him up and start performing amazingly if you're able to get this W, or at least even a stock with this K. Rool. I'm already going to be like, wow. It's just,
and
there
he
it
has
is!
gotten one.
Your soulmate! Your soulmate!
You know, I feel like this tournament just has some magic for K. Rool players, because we saw Brujo beat Mudace earlier today, like one of the biggest upsets you're going to see all weekend. And I think that this is karmic justice for what the brackets did to Kirby Kid last weekend.
Yeah.
Because that was cruel.
Kirby Kid, man, that, yeah. But what was that, Kirby Kid versus Fatality?
Lost to, no, at Rise and Grind last weekend,
yeah.
Lost to first and second for 25th. I think that this is just karmic justice that the K. Rools are doing well.
What the hell? This man's K. Rool's insane! All right.
Guys, we need to talk about K. Rool. Guys, we really need to talk about it. Anybody can pick up K. Rool and beat PGR players. This is ridiculous.
All right, man. You know what lesson I'm learning here today is that just play your soul main, bro.
Yeah.
It's sometimes if the Steve is not in your soul, it's not for you, okay? But
there are plenty of people out there where the Steve is in their soul, right?
Yeah.
But if K. Rool is what is there, then do it. It's working great for 808. But after not having all that momentum just for a few seconds, Mars is right back on top of him, still struggling to bite into this stock, though, and 808 looking to end it quick. Are we going to see an entire set with only 3 stocks?
If you're able to get this 3 stock on Mars with the K Rool, Mars has to like now bust out like a Falcon himself. He has to bust out his secondary.
Pull out the snake. All right, buddy, you asked for it.
Okay. Gets the stock, gets the stock.
As you would expect with the ZSS going against the K Rool, want to keep in mind, right, that, I mean, I almost feel like actually the more I think about it, K Rool might be better at locking down ZSS's movement than Steve. And that's a crazy thing to say.
I mean, I think Crown in itself is already going to be like, yeah, she's going to have to respect it or get out the way, get in the skies, flip jump over it, something. Okay, so I have to go for that that reverse Crown. I thought he was maybe just going to get an up smash off that platform, but
yeah. Ooh, Mars starting to turn things around a little bit. His fortunes may be shifting.
Nice.
As a great deep edge guard and the footstool, but that's not going to be enough. Oh my, never mind!
That's the longest edge guard ever seen, bro. Okay.
Join the circus, bro. How do you juggle somebody for that long and not even have the feet under your ground? That's crazy.
So this still could be a Mars win. He finds that right neutral at the right place. Oh, never mind. Wow, at that he got armored, disrespecting the K Rool armor on on that face on the side B on the crown, and immediately gets comboed off of that as well. Man.
That's a showing from 808, right? Got that really early stock, then got to confirm later into the finisher. I believe it was the up smash. Yeah, up smash out of the down throw, and then able to close it out too at the very end with the very nice crown movement. You were talking about how important that is in the match.
Okay, I feel like I just think this is just showing me a lot, bro. Watching a K Rool come through and get a W after getting double 2-stocked on Steve, the character everyone's like, man, this character right now is an issue. And yeah, I do think, again, Steve does have some pretty cool tools, but you do need to learn how to use them.
And not that 808 doesn't know how to use them, it's just that his K Rool has been so polished for so long that he has now forced Mars to choose his own music because he has gotten a game.
That's wild, bro. That's wild. K Rool, man, really, as I said, this character obviously not going to be seen as like amazing, but I think he definitely can kind of surprise you sometimes. He's a character, he's a heavy character that has sometimes light character frame data, like especially on his aerials.
Well, and you put that together with the fact that you have the crown and the cannonball and all that hanging out along the stage the whole time. His moves feel faster than they actually are because you got to put up with multiple things all over the place.
Here we go.
And 96% already on 808, having a lot of trouble getting off the ledge. Does finally find his way in, but Mars reading that drop-down blunderbuss suck perfectly. Not quite able to take the stock, but that was a great demonstration of adaptation.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Oh, not enough for the stock hit, man. 142.
He's so heavy.
He really is. I mean, he's like, look, you got to be, though. He's got the gold-plated chest. It makes total sense.
I want to look like that someday. That's living life luxuriously.
Man.
Oh my god, custom. I love that.
Yeah, he's got a lot of damage back here too, man. And this rage on his side, I mean, Mars, any of these smashes hitting. Oh, he tried it. He was like, I'm going to bet on it all right there. And I like that idea too. Instead of trying to come down with a back air, he was like, all right, if I land and then do the attack, if you were trying to parry the back air, you might get hit. But no, Mars going to be a little smarter for that. Does parry the down smash and gets the punish as well.
Now getting to play with a very nice lead, something that K Rool does not like to contest with. 808 just trying to wait for, I don't know, maybe trying to get Mars to be bored, waiting for him to get off that ledge. It does end up working, right? The stall finds his opening, gets back on stage, but hold on a second. Mars building up a whole lot of damage, and once again, the croc back in the corner. Oh, well, that was just me.
Okay. Right, hold that.
Not able to put the pressure on 808 right now. Mars, yeah, just trying to bait something out of him, right, whenever he's stuck up on those platforms. But we've seen quite a few times 808 doesn't bite, but again, the blunderbuss gets him in trouble. He might be on his last stock of the winner's bracket.
Man's moving.
Ooh, neutral air, and it's going to lead to a whole lot of damage. One forward air, it does not deserve another. And I love the low recovery there by 808 after having seen so many times Mars going for that reverse boost kick to keep the edge trap going.
Okay, so 808 is definitely getting like those same confirms that we saw in the game. Well, the confirm that he saw to win the third game, but he hasn't really actually followed up. A lot of these crowns have been coming back to get the hit and bouncing Mars back to him, but okay, should be it right here? Yeah,
yep.
For sure.
Quick and easy down throw, very difficult move to mash out of, and then up tilt against the character as light as ZSS. He misses that jab reset though on the second hit. That is thin character privilege.
Yeah, I was kind of surprised. I mean, maybe he was going for another jab 1-2, but he didn't time it in time. But either way, watch 106. You almost died. Yeah, that might have it suspect.
You look at Mars continually going for those uppies. 808 hanging on by the skin of his teeth, able to avoid the up smash, and a very nice landing turns things around for him. That's a great adaptation too, because he's seen Mars go, okay, you shot the blunderbuss, I'm gonna get behind you, and then immediately be reversing that to give him the suck back in. I love that.
Hey, it's still possible right here for him to make this a little bit of a comeback. I mean, 119, assuming he's not getting hit by anything crazy near the edge, he might be able to live for at least like another 30-40% good up throw.
Easy 20.
Uh-oh.
But now it's one aerial off stage away. Ooh. He falls out of the side B.
Yeah.
Another compilation for the ZSS Sucks montage as Mars will cut that off right before he closes out the set 3-1 with the victory.